Hello and welcome. I'm your host Elizibar, and this isn't a late night comic book review, but it's going to be going up late night, just because that's when I started recording it. We're going to talk about what I think makes for a good crowdfund campaign update. I got three examples from three very different campaigns run by three very different people. All right, so we got Book of Gogor, Girl with the Mega Fists, El Crudo 5. So we'll start with the Girl with the Mega Fists. So Tyler basically had everything ready to roll, like right out of the gate. So here's the update. This is the day the campaign funded. Fill out your surveys because we funded. So he's telling you, hey, here's what happened. We funded. Here's what you need to do. Fill out your survey. And then here's what I'm going to do. Send the books to the printer. So I like that. Get the rewards created and shipped. And then we will fulfill in December. So here's what he's doing. You get a call to action. You get an update on what happened. You get an update on what he's doing right now. And you get a timeline for when you can expect to see something happen. So he's giving you the bullet points. What happened, what's happening, and when will it happen by? Okay? Let's look at El Crudo 5. So this update is from like a week or two after the campaign funded. So what happened? Print proofs are in. He puts it right up here in the title. We received the proof physical copies. They look great. I approve the order and send it to production. Should be receiving the copies within 2 to 3 weeks. So now, he told us, here's what happened. Got the proofs, and we approved them. We are now, what he's doing is printing the book. And then he gives us a timeline, 2 to 3 weeks. So in a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, you can expect to see an update about what's going on. So again, here's what happened, here's what he's doing, and here's a timeline. He's keeping you looped in. Boom. Now, Tyler in his update was more playful and fun. Got your money held hostage. Manny Shape here, Mr. El Crudo. He's much more terse. He's just giving you the straight facts. And holding the book up, there's photographic evidence that what he says is true. Now, the Book of Gogor also, I think, delivered a great update. This was a couple weeks ago. So, it's been a while, and he's more rambly. More rambly. He's coming at this from like the writer perspective, where he's just telling you some stuff and fluffing it out, and trying to make you feel, intimate, like your friends. Like he's putting his arm around you and telling you about the book. So how's he feeling? Da 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 da. And that's fine. You're seeing three completely different personalities writing these updates. And then he gives us the meat of this. Here's what he wants to do. Get the book finished by February. Okay? He set a timeline. And then he gives us some meaty update stuff. The book's coming together. To prove it, he's showing us production art. Now, in those other two cases, the books were basically ready to go out of the gate. In this case, the book is still being worked on. So after he shows us this art, and he talks about it, and he's like, hey, I had to finish some art on my previous project, so he's telling us what happened, and life stuff happened. So now we know where he was at. We know what he's doing, making new pages, and he set this February date, but that's not the next action date. That's not the next due date. The next due date is down here at the bottom. I'll check in again in December with more information of where it's at. So he's not promising to have the book done by December. He's promising that he will get us more information in December, which is a very reasonable goal. This is, again, a pretty good update. All three of these campaigns gave good updates. They told us what's going on. They told us when we would know more. And what more can you ask for than that? Sometimes you look at a crowdfund campaign's Kickstarter and you look at the updates, and the updates don't tell you anything. Oh yeah, we're getting the proofs made. Oh yeah, we're doing digital editing. Yeah, we've been lettering the book for 6 months. Like, they give you those kind of updates, but they're not really updates because they're not actually telling you anything. They're vague, they're mumbly. Even in this one here, which starts out kind of vague and mumbly, hey, I had some stuff happen. He at least told you he had to finish some other work. and some personal stuff happened. And you know what? It ain't our business to pry into personal stuff unless it affects business. So that's okay. And those other campaigns that give bad updates, they usually don't tell you what you can expect and when. They'll tell you some mumbo jumbo. They'll tell you some like, oh, this crazy thing happened, and oh yeah, we're doing the same thing that we promised we were already doing. And then there's no, we will have it done, or we will have an update ready. We will have more information for you in 3 days, 7 days, 28 days, whatever the case may be. They very rarely do that. All three of these creators delivered updates that when I read them, I'm like, yeah, that is satisfying. That gives me the juice. That gives me the info that I need. So if you're a creator out there and you're planning on running a campaign, if you want your backers to feel good about the campaign, even if you start running into hardships, just tell them what's going on. People are extremely understanding. Yeah, you might get like somebody that flips out at you or something. Oh, you said the book would be blah, 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 blah. But if you explain to people, hey, this is what's going on, here's the mistakes that we made, this is what we're doing to overcome them, like that kind of stuff, they'll understand. You'll get forgiven. It doesn't go on for forever, but that'll certainly buy you a fair amount of time to actually finish your product. And as long as you deliver these quality updates, you can consider these updates like accountability for yourself. Some people are motivated by, oh, I'll get in trouble. Well, that's what providing updates is. And if you're one of those people who goes, oh, I don't want to tell people this bad news, there's no way you're going to wreck your campaign's reputation and your reputation faster than if you don't provide any updates at all. You got bad news, just get it out there and tell people. Don't hide it. Don't hide behind silence, because people will know what's going on. They'll start wondering, and before you know it, you're getting called out, there's drama, and nobody likes that except for the people that get donations based on drama. All right, I'm going to shut up now because I'm going to start repeating myself if I keep going, but I hope I've kind of impressed on you what I'd like to see in a comic book update. I want to know what happened, what's happening, and when I can know more. Or I guess to put it in like, what checkbox did we check off? What checkbox are we getting ready to check off? And when are we going to check it by? Or at least have an update about the status of checking off that checkbox. Just kind of approach it like that. Because that's all this stuff is like it's an assembly line. You start at the beginning, you progress linearly through the project. Okay, when you're drawing stuff, you may not go linearly through. You may draw, page 27 before you draw page 3. That's not what I'm talking about. But I mean, like, hey, we have 27 pages. Now we have 26 to go, 25 to go, 24 to go. And you just proceed down like that, and you just let people know what's up. And everybody's going to love you. Everybody will. Especially if when you get done, you give them something that they look at and they go, boy, I like that. All right, you all have a great day, great night, great whatever you got going on. Hope to see you again next time. Sorry for another late night video, but them's the breaks. You all take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.